Time now for our commentator, Willie Jackson. What's up with you, Willie?
Oh, well, John Tamahiri and the Waiparaita Trust had a great victory on Friday, Scotty. You got to remember the Family Start programs got cancelled, and JT went for an interim injunction because they all got canned on Friday. They are the four Māori providers, and he got a win in the court there, which is great because he's furious with MSD, who've cut the Waiparaita Trust, said that they weren't up to scratch despite the Waiparaita Trust passing independent audits. John's called them mongrels, you know, your sort of language. And he said, well, what he's saying is this is a fight for urban Māori. So he's got a 2-month injunction, which is fantastic, and calling a big hui at Huni Waititi next Friday. And
you're involved in that as well?
Yeah, well, I think he's asking me to cheer it, so, you know, not that I've got a bias or anything, but this is a great fight of John's because urban Māori need to be recognised like iwi too. We've got those rights through the Waitangi Tribunal, Waitangi rights, and MSD are looking at urban Māori differently. It was a huge whack in terms of the Waiparaita Trust, but a great fight for JT, and now they've got another 2 months of this, and he'll keep going at the government. He's got Paula Bennett lined up in MSD and the national government, so we've got to watch that. It's just like the Māori Council.
Has he got the capacity to deliver this program?
Absolutely.
Because that's what was taken off him.
Well, it was taken off him, early on they were critiqued and they said, yeah, we've got a few problems. They worked through it. 6 months later, they got everything in place, and then out of the blue, the MSD cut the process and basically said, no, it's all over. Paula Bennett stood up in the House and said it's all over. It's not all over. Tamahiri's going to fight them to the dying breath. Just on the Māori Council, though, it's interesting to watch that, Scotty, because the government are sort of saying, oh, we go to the iwi leaders now, but the council has fought for our rights during the years in terms of the Te Reo Māori claim, in terms of Māori media, in terms of water, in terms of forestry. Māori Council's done a lot of great work, reshaping at the moment, so I wouldn't count the council out at all.
Who's the government more likely to listen to?
Well, they've been listening to your iwi leader relations, OK? So they've sort of said we are the mouthpiece, but they're not the only mouthpiece. And we have to watch the Māori Council, done some fantastic work in the past, been a great pan-tribal movement. Let's watch that space.